Welcome everyone to Throwback Thursday, and today we're dealing with Forza Motorsport 4. Now, this came out in 2011, featured over 500 cars and 26 tracks, several which were new, like the Top Gear track, Hockenheimring, and Sonoma. So yeah, plenty of variety added to this game, and yeah, had improved visuals, physics and sound design over Forza 3, which is great to see because there were three things that were sort of lacking from that game. And yeah, there's plenty added to this game, even though it's not all that much progression over Forza 3 compared to Forza 3 to Forza 2. So yeah, let's just show you off some of the cars. Now, I'm not going to show you off the whole car list because most of it is from Forza 4, so 3 even, so you have seen it before, but there are plenty of good cars. These are all the same, really. Yeah, there are plenty of new additions, like the Alfa Romeo Montreal, which is a cracking little car with a neat little V8 in it. And yeah, you got the Alfa Romeo 155, and you got the Giulietta, and you got the 33 Strali. So yeah, there's way more variety in this game than there were in Forza 3, and certainly even more than Forza 5. Yeah, you got two more AMCs added on with the Javelin, Ascari. I think they made their debut in this. And yeah, even more Aston Martins, even though this is a Toyota IQ with a frock. You've got 4, which is probably my third or fourth favourite Aston Martin ever. And you got the V8 Vantage, you got the DBR1, DB7 Zagato, another cracking car. And this is my favourite Aston Martin, purely because it's got insane amount of power, 600 horsepower and 600 foot-pounds of torque from a huge V8. And then you got the Rapide, and then you got the new Virage, well, it was new back then, and the V12 Vantage and the V12 Zagato again. So yeah, you got plenty of new cars in all sorts of variety. I don't think there's many new Audis outside of a few of the RS models. Austin Healey made their debut with the Sprite and the 3000 Mark III. So yeah, what I'm trying to get with is that there's plenty more variety, not only in terms of more cars, in terms of cars you'd normally see, but also more unique cars, classic cars, weird cars in general, cars you might not generally see in real life or even have heard of. Because there are plenty of cars that are added to this game that I had never heard of at the time, including this, which became one of my favourite cars purely because the amount of power you can get out of it when it still handles alright is insane. Look at all that torque it's got from stock. So yeah, I mean, come on, look at this. You can drive around in an Eldorado of all things, and yeah, it might not be a good car, but it's still fun to drive. Plus it also kept the more everyday cars that you'd see on the road. So yeah, like the Chevrolet Spark, and you got the Volt. Yeah, there was plenty of electric cars that were added to this game. The Volt, the Prius, the Leaf, the Tesla I think was added to this as well. And yeah, not much in terms of cars are added, but plenty of new Citroens. DS4 is one of my favourite Citroens. De Tomaso, same car as usual. DMC, same car as usual. Devon again. And Dodge, got the Omni, another car I never heard of before, as well as the Coronet W023. So yeah, as you can see, there's plenty of variety, plenty of Dodges in the game. Eagle, Talon. New Ferraris added, 250 GTO. The 458 is the cover art for the game when you bought the standard edition. So yeah, that was new to the game, obviously. Another car, Fiat Coupe. Probably remember Jeremy Clarkson on Top Gear making a hash out of making a police car of that. And then you got the Pinto, you got the Deluxe Coupe, you got the Ford Car, you got the Country Squire, which is making a return to Forza 6, which is a good thing. And you got the Thunderbird, the Falcon. So yeah, you just can't really beat it for variety. I mean, even in terms of cars that you might not even necessarily think are good racing cars, they're there anyway, just for the fun of it. Because there is no harm in driving around racing with other people in cars that are utter crap. And then you got the Hudson Hornet, Everyone loves this car now because it was in Cars. And you got the Hummer, you got extra Hyundais, the Velocity Turbo, which is a good car. Infinity, they're standard from usual. You got the classic XK120, then you got the D-Type, and then you got the Saloon in the XFR, and the upgraded XKR, XK220, then you got the Jeep Wrangler, Joss, I think they were in the previous game, Kia, and the Kia Ceed, C apostrophe D even, if you should call it properly. They're usual really, and then Lamborghini. Nothing out of the ordinary really for Lamborghini, though the Sesto Elemento is in it, another cracking car from Lamborghini. And Lancia, they added the 037 in addition to the Stratos and the Delta. Land Rover standard, Lexus, another electric car. Yeah, they really went big with the hybrids and the electric cars in this. And you got the SC300, I think that's again, he's coming back to Forza games in Forza 6. See, this is what I mean, this is kind of variety that I wish was coming back to Forza games, because, again, it's not a good car, in all honesty. It weighs nearly £5,000, and it's got no handling in it, it's only got 300 horsepower, but still, it's just fun to have. And you got the 11. Some of these cars have made it into future Forza games, but a lot of them haven't. Maserati, that's good. This is a big mistake not to put this in the new Forza game, because this is a cracking car. I don't know anyone who doesn't like it, and quite frankly if you do, then you're insane, because it looks gorgeous and it sounds brilliant and it drives really well as well. These are all the Mazdas that are pretty much in the last game. So yeah, there are plenty of car manufacturers that have just carried on the old cars from the previous game, but like Mercedes, you got this 300 SEL, another giant of a car that you wouldn't really think would be a racing car, but it actually was in real life. So yeah, you can't really knock it for that. And then you got the 300 SLR, famously crashed at Le Mans, killing a lot of people. So yeah, there's plenty of variety. MG makes their debut with the MGA and the MGB GT. Mini, and you got Mitsubishi, you got the Starion again from Top Gear. Yeah, I think they carried a lot of cars from Top Gear purely because Top Gear are now involved, or were involved. So yeah, as you can see, plenty of variety. You can always look on the website yourself if you've not seen any cars, or you want to know any more cars that are on the game. Peugeot get a rally car for once, in addition to that, which was on the previous game. Plymouth have been all bunched together, so that was originally in the Chrysler section, but now is on its own. Pontiac, you got the Ferrero GT, the only mainstream mid-engined American production car. Neat fat for you there. And then we've got the GTO, and my favourite version of the Firebird, and then you got the Judge, and you got another Firebird Trans Am. Porsche, for the first time, were DLC. EA slowly creeping in on Forza games, we've been restrictive. And you got more Renaults, got RUF in addition to Porsche. Saab, they were in the last game. Got Saleen, you got massive super cab, £5,500 for 150 horsepower from its massive V8. Yeah, these are basically just upgraded Mustangs or versions of Fords. Saturn, if you're ever interested in them, I don't know why you would be. And Scion FRS, that's basically the Toyota GT86. It's the first time that version of the car came in. This is a muscle car that's sorely lacking from the new Forza game. I'm ashamed to say that it's not in there. And you even have the dinky little Smart. Again, not something you necessarily link with racing, but you know, it's fun to drive manically. Another Spiker, not much all that different to that one, but it is heavier, so yeah, not really an advantage. Subaru, you get the Legacy, and then we get three generations of Legacy now in this game. Again, something else that's missing, you get the Liana obviously because Top Gear. Tesla. It's very good to see it. They actually use this car to get the sound of the tyres right, because it's so quiet, because it's all electric, that you can get a perfect sound of the tyres from it, because it is all electric. And plus you're not going to go around in a Prius, because you wouldn't be going fast enough now, would you? Yeah, plenty more Toyotas. Triumph also make their debut in this game with the TR3B. TVR standard, Vauxhall, and got the Gila, which Clarkson famously said it was sweet. Viper, the new version, made its debut in this game. And then VW, got the Common Gear, you got the Fox. My favourite version of the Golf outside of this original. And yeah, there's more variety. You've got Volvos now in abundance. My favourite version of the X60. I mean, that's decent, but that's just a genius piece of handling, that. All-wheel drive is so good. And then Weissman, just another version of that, a newer version. So yeah, what I'm trying to get at is there is a lot more variety to this game. Not just in terms of cars, but also in terms of tracks, which I shall show you now. Test drive, yeah, you got Bernese Alps, made its debut in this game. Camino carried on. You got Circuit Catalunya, you got Fuji Mikado, Hockenheimring, new edition, Iberian, Indianapolis Speedway, Infineon, Ladera, Le Mans, Maple Valley, Mazda Laguna Seca, Mugello, Nürburgring, both versions again. That tricky track that I can't say, Road America, Road Atlanta, Sebring, Sedona, Silverstone, Sunset Peninsula, Suzuka, and you got the test track, and you got Top Gear track, Tsukuba, and Twin Motegi. I swear there was Sonoma in this game. Maybe not. But yeah, there was also a new feature in this game called Auto Vista. 24 cars, highly detailed, with the image-based lighting put in this game. And yeah, 24 cars, and Clarkson does a bit of commentary on all. So yeah, let's give you a bit of taster of that. Let's go with one of my favourite cars, 250 Testarossa. So in the interiors you can look at even the boot if you want, and you can explode it and it will open everything up. There's the fuel tank. You do have to take the bonnet off itself, because it is a race car after all. It's not something that can just open on its own. There you go, engine in high detail, and you can zoom in and it will give you more information on the car, on the engine, in several different ways. But yeah, let's just see what Clarkson has to say.
If you wanted to win at Le Mans at the end of the 1950s, you needed to be driving one of these. The Ferrari 250 Testarossa wasn't just beautiful, it was frighteningly effective. It dominated the 24-hour race in 1958 and again in 1960. And then, just for good measure, when the opposition thought it could breathe again, it won again in 1961. Its close cousin, the 250 GTO, might be the most valuable car the world has ever seen, but the Testarossa was the one that took the silverware. For all its beauty, the GTO had to make do with class wins, where the Testarossa beat everything. Its name comes from the red paint the engine builders daubed all over its cylinder head, because, well, that's the only colour paint they have at Ferrari. Testarossa means red head. And sure enough, its 3-litre V12 engine, made by old men in oily workshops with lathes and drills and unfortunate industrial injuries, had a volcanic nature. There is sweat and blood and a bad attitude in every Ferrari 250
So as you can see, you get plenty of backstory to the car, and you even learn something which is brilliant, really, because I think that's one of the best things about a game, if you can learn something and enjoy it and just get more interested into its whole, you know, what's the word? You know what I mean. The whole kind of culture of it all. And yeah, they even put the Warthog in for some reason. And yeah, and the Bentley 8 litre. Weirdly, this isn't even drivable in the game, which it should be, quite frankly. But then again, I guess he couldn't get the permission to drive it around a track to try and see what it looked like. But yeah, let's try a race out, just to give you show you off a bit of what this game really is about, mostly. And as you can see, this has a huge campaign, that big that I barely did any of it really. They say there's a 70+ hour campaign in the new Forza 6, but I think this is even longer than that, quite frankly. So yeah, let's get into a race that's suitable for my car that I'm already in. B. Let's just go with the one that would downgrade the car. Yes, it'll upgrade the car or downgrade the car for you. If you're not into upgrading or don't have the know-how, you can do that. But since we're stuck for time, I don't want to waste your time doing that. So yeah, basically this is it. You get different tracks, the tracks do get more complicated as you get into higher class racing. So obviously C class is near the bottom, but if you're in S or above, you do get more complicated tracks. And obviously they expanded upon Top Gear in Forza 5 with Hammond and May joining us in with Clarkson. Clarkson isn't making a return to Forza 6 because of the whole situation to do with the BBC, but Hammond and May are in. So yeah, at least you'll see them and get some commentary from them, along with race drivers as well. Yeah, as you can see, this is a vast improvement over Forza 3. Maybe not in terms of progression, in terms of overall gameplay, etc., but with the addition of Auto Vista, the improved graphics, improved sound, improved physics, it's on the whole a much better game. And quite frankly, Forza 4 is the peak of the series so far, with Forza Horizon 2 coming close, and hopefully Forza Motorsport 6 beating both together. So yeah, I am looking forward to Forza 6, I hope you are as well, and this has certainly made me appreciate how good this series can be. Forza Horizon will be in the next episode for Thursday, and then we should have Forza 6 either the same day or after. So yeah, the AI isn't the best on this game. I would say it is better on Forza 5. Hopefully it will be even better with Forza 6, and it did look like it was better from the demo, so high hopes in that department. Yeah, not just the outside was improved, the interiors were also vastly improved. Quick. Looks like he's got all the power in the world on the landing. Oh crap. Yeah, it's been a while since I played this game. Handling is different to the likes of the newer games. Does seem on the whole a bit too grippy, and then all of a sudden it will snap on you. Or maybe it's just the way I upgraded the car. Another thing I wish would make, I don't know whether it is in the new game, is the amount of feet they are behind or in front of you. Can't remember if it's in Forza 5 or not. Raced against AI or online opponents for a long time. It'd be something nice to see in the game. Firebird was in the new Forza game, but alas it isn't, because there is slightly less cars in Forza 6 than there will be than there is in this game. Give or take about 80 or 90 or so, so yeah. But I live in hope that the DLC will provide some of the cars from this game and new cars in general to the series, because there is a lot of cars from Forza Horizon 2 that are making their debut in the Forza Motorsport series, so yeah, it'll be fun to drive them cars on a track instead of just the open road. Because a lot of the cars on Forza Horizon 2 that were new to the series in general were really good, but with it not being on a track, you just can't get the feel for the car as much, and with the physics on that game obviously being less as well than the main Forza game, you can't appreciate it as much. But yeah, I do look forward to driving them all on the track. This isn't the most exciting race ever, but I am just showing off the basics of the game. I'm pretty sure most people have played it by now, but I do enjoy going back to an older game. I'm going to reveal to you quite a shameful fact. I have played overall on this game. Back in the heyday, I played more than 1,500 hours of this game. Yep. Most played game ever. And Forza 5 didn't even come close to it. Probably put in about 300, 400 in that. So yeah, hopefully Forza 6 will beat this game in that area as well. But yeah, that's the basics of the game. You've seen plenty of the cars, I've shown you the tracks that are in the game. Talked about Auto Vista, talked about the involvement of Top Gear. In terms of the track, but also in terms of some of the classic cars and featured in the program itself, and with Clarkson narrating. And yeah, this final note, this is the last game of the Forza Motorsport series on the 360. After this it was Forza 5 on the Xbox One. Obviously Forza Horizon was released on the 360, but I don't consider that the main part of the series. But yeah, hope you've enjoyed what you've seen. Hope you're looking forward to Forza Motorsport 6 as much as I am, and yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.